بالنسبة لثقافتنا المغربية كانت فكرة خاطئة أنه كيستعملوا البيكالا كيستعملوا الناس اللي ما عندهمش الفلوس، وهذه ماشي كانت عندي حياة صعيبة شوية لدرجة أنه ميمكنش حتى الماكلة ما متوفرش عندي بزاف، والحوايج ما عنديش، كتوبة ما كانش عندي، وصعيب بزاف أن ناخد بيكالا حيت عندي شي حاجة أهم من البيكالا، من الضروريات خاص تكون في الحياة ديالي. شتيش ما خلانيش نقدر نكون عندي بيكالا في صغري حيتاش ما دوزتهاش. أول مرة كنستعمل البيكالا كان الأخ ديالي كبر مني، كانت عنده بيكالا وكنت كنسرقها له باش نتعلم البيكالا. هذيك الساعة الوالد ديالي مشى تقريبا السوق هو ياخذ لي واحد البيكالا، وهذاك هو أسعد نهار في حياتي. ولكن إحساس جميل بأنك كتخيل كتشد شي حاجة اللي أول مرة في حياتك، كتكون لواحد اللمسة اللي تخيلي معايا نقدر كل نهار ما كنطلقهاش من يدي أي حاجة بغيت نديرها بالبيكالا. واحد النهار كانت واحد الكومبيتيسيون في مراكش على اساس البيكالات غيديروا في مراكش حاليا غير البيكالات فقط يستعملوا الناس، وعطيتها تشارك بالبيكالا ديالي حتى الهارلي، وهي تلاقى مع كنطالب داك النهار تشوف البيكالا حتى كانت من ضمن البيكالات اللي مستعملين مصايبين بالليد، ما كلشي كانت غير لا ميزو الدار. المهم هضرت معاها وقلت لها من جات كانت بيكالا وتناقشت معاها على هاد المسائل، تقول لها راه الصديق ديالي هو اللي صايب هاد البيكالا وهادي. قلت لها واش ممكن نشوفو، تناقشنا على اساس البروجي، عاودت لي البروجي ديالها على اساس بيكالات داخله مراكش هنا بتحارب المهبط، توري الناس كيفاش يستعملوا البيكالا هنا. قلت لها غادي ندير شي مدرسه هنا على اساس في مراكش هنا باش نعلم الدراري بزاف الناس نبدل الثقافه ديال المغرب على اساس يستعملوا البيكالا.
My name is Kantal Bakker. I am the founder of the project that is called Pikala, which is slang for bicycle here in Marrakech. The reason that I came to Marrakech was to visit a friend of mine actually that was living here at the time. I wanted to discover a bit the city, so I didn't like just to walk around and I had the feeling I was lost all the time, so I wanted to have a bike so I could just move around more easily. And like the moment that I got here on a bike, it was like I was a Moroccan in a flash. I was no longer the tourist. There was no negotiation, bothering. Everyone just was positive that I was cycling around. And I thought, what's happening? I'm just cycling. I do this every day. And that has been a step for my inspiration to think about how the bicycle could be an added value for this city. How we want to achieve our goals is by showing the advantages of cycling, not only that it's fun to cycle, but people should also really get something from it. So we have an educative part where people can learn how to fix bicycles in a professional way, where they have an internship in the organization, and we make sure that we also create jobs for people. So that moment that you create jobs and people can learn something within your structure and you create a fun part, I think is the best combination to make something happen, to have some impact and to make people move.
ديجا درت دروس هنايا الدراري الصغار هنا كنعلمهم كيفاش. كان عندي قسم هنا تقريبا في شي 20 تلميذ هكاك، من ضمن التلاميذ تقريبا حصلت على شي 5 الناس ولا 6 الناس ممكن كنعطيهم بيكالا ممكن يصايبوا بياسة. كلاكسون هذا فران لور لك الدار.
I'm Sam from England and I work in Marrakech with Pikala Bikes. I'm a cycle mechanic, a manager for the team here and also a teacher of bike repair to locals.
تعلمت غير راسي بيكالات كنشد كنحل نزير دابا حاليا كنتعلم دابا ولد صعب، كنتعلم غير مع صام دابا شي حوايج اللي صعبين عليا بزاف.
Jamal has progressed really well as a mechanic. He could fix bikes, he's a bike enthusiast, and he loves fixing bikes, so he had a lot of skills already. But he didn't have any experience with, say, complicated different gear systems, unusual bikes from Holland. He's learnt so many details and so many different types of bike and what can go on what's incompatible. In that time, I'm amazed with where he's got to.
At the moment, it's important that we change the image of the bicycle here in Morocco, because it's seen kind of as an indication of poverty. So what we try to do with Pikala is that we give a new image to the bike. And to do that, we make our own bikes. So we have a few bikes that we made with our own mechanics, which are in the shape of a Harley Davidson, or that are completely out of normal construction with multiple seats, so like a whole family would fit on one bike. And we have tandems and we have cargo bikes, and we really try to use creativity as a trigger to change the concept of the bike, to make it cool, to make it attractive, to make it young, and to give it also new functions.
Some of the most interesting things we've been working on would include the group bikes. So we call them here the Pikala, which means bicycle, Binatna, between us. 8 people sat around in a circle facing in, one person with the steering wheel, everyone pedals, and it's like the size of a car with a big parasol. But the first time we rode them together, it was just an astounding social experience, because none of us had ever been, well, I hadn't, been on a bicycle, moving in motion, with my hands free, with 7 other people talking. I mean, that's like, it's crazy how that feels. I didn't predict how that would feel.
We had, there was here a climate conference by the United Nations last November in 2016. And for that climate conference, we offered free bicycle fixing for all the Marrakech here in town. I had brought bicycle mechanics from Holland. We had Moroccan mechanics working together. And during that 10 days, we had fixed almost 500 bikes of local people, and it was madness.
Each morning, pretty much 2 hours before we opened, there was about 400 people there with a line of bikes. And people created their own ticket system, of number system, between them.
كانوا داروا التور، عرفتي شحال تبارك الله البيكالات مراكش داروا التور، شي زوين. ذاك النهار كانوا غير بيكالات مراكش، الطوموبيلات كلشي واقف، كان هذاك الشيء افضل، كان عجبني العام.
Jamal is a very important part of our team here in Pikala. What is important to tell about him is that, you know, he has a Rasta hair. You know, it's something that's really not easily respected in this culture, but sometimes that image, you know, comes back to him, that people, you know, they step back from him or they don't appreciate his appearance. And with us, he can express himself, that he doesn't feel locked within our team, but that he can feel that he can grow. It's very important for us, and he does. He really wants to work here. He really sees that he's improving. He really wants to improve his technical skills. You can see that this person starts to flourish. It's beautiful to see.
والتحدي الآخر هو أن يقول لك ميمكنش تسافر بها مسافة طويلة، ورغم ذلك تحديتهم وضربت 760 كيلومتر، وهذا كان إنجاز بزاف بالنسبة لي أنا، هو أني وصلت بزاف. تحديت فيه صحابي بالضبط. بالنسبة للبيكالا بروجي هنا في مراكش، دابا حنا يلاه عندنا الفرع الأول هنا، وكنفكروا نديروا الفرع الثاني. دابا يلاه كنحاولوا نتناقشوا في هذه المسألة، غنديروا في تارودان، وكنتمنى أن تنتشر بيكالا في المغرب كامل. ولكن حنا دابا البداية كتشوف فيها أنها صعيبة شوية، ولكن دابا كنحاولوا باش نفهموا الناس أنه يتجهوا للبيكالا وماشي ساهل، ولكن الحمد لله حنا غاديين دابا في تطور فاش الناس يستعملوا البيكالا
Returning again and again and again and again. Saturday sun has turned to Sunday's rain. So Sunday sucks in the Saturday sun, and